to the graphic nature of this program, listener discretion is advised.
It's a lot of work.
Oh, well, work is hard.
You're not really listening to me, are you?
Uh-huh.
I mean, I could say anything right now, like, you're a complete tool.
Mm-hmm.
But you wouldn't hear it, 'cause you're a freak with a microphone.
Uh-huh.
It's not even challenging anymore. It's like shooting fish in a barrel. Isn't that true, Sphincter Boy?
Uh-huh. What? Oh! They're getting closer all the time.
You're listening to Two Strangers, One Podcast. Please visit twostrangerspodcast.net.
Subscribe to us on iTunes or on the Stitcher app for Android devices. And now, here's Chris Colon and Paul Persprillo.
Well, hello and welcome to Two Strangers One Podcast. I'm Chris.
I'm Paul.
And my asshole is clean. Unlike many of the other podcasts that I do.
Okay, you do many podcasts?
Well, no, I mean, as in the ones that we record.
Mm-hmm.
Usually, I'm like sitting around dirty, nasty after a couple of days without bathing in my filthy bachelor pad apartment. But my asshole's actually clean right now, which is because we were supposed to not that we were supposed to record, but we were getting ready to record, and I was taking a shower. So, like, I'm sitting here, I'm fresh as a daisy. I just got paid. I don't have any food in my house. I got like a refrigerator full of condiments. So I gotta do some food shopping. My daughter's not in the house, so it's okay for me to not have food in the house. But I just got paid today. But I ran to Wegmans this morning and I grabbed myself something to eat. And then like I saw some pepperonis. They literally had just like, you know, Wegmans has like a halfway decent selection of like food that you could just pick up. So I grabbed amongst what I grabbed for breakfast. I grabbed like this box of pepperoni. So I'm drinking coffee and eating pepperoni. God bless America. And my farts are gonna smell horrendous later on. So welcome to the podcast, everybody.
Oh God.
So first, how was your Mother's Day?
My mother's on vacation, so good, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, my mom. I wanted to, like, because I had my daughter this weekend, and I kind of wanted to bring my daughter down to New York City, but I didn't have the money to pay for gas, and two, I was just like, let me just stay up here, and so, you know, of course, you know, doing the fatherly thing, my daughter got a card for her mom, you know, and made sure she filled it out and stuff like that. So,
and you wrote in small letters, "Fuck you, you son of a bitch."
Well, no, I look, you know, I'm at peace right now. I really am. I'm totally don't get me wrong. To secure peace, you must prepare for war. I mean, I'm ready for war, but right now things are just cool, calm, and collected. So I just, I brought my daughter over to see her mom. You know, she dropped off the card. You know, and it was sort of, it was literally like a 2-minute visit, and so it was weird that I actually spent Mother's Day with my daughter. But, it's, and then plus this year, both my birthday and Father's Day are both on Sundays. So, with the schedule being the way it is, I'll have my daughter for those days. So that's pretty awesome. And speaking of my birthday, Paul, my birthday is in a month. So,
don't care.
I want that PlayStation 4. Well, I just want a PlayStation 4 in general. But if you can get me the Arkham Knight Batman edition, that'd be like super awesome. I'd greatly appreciate it. Yeah?
Don't care.
Don't you? I mean, come on. You got 2 jobs. You could afford one. You could afford one to get me one. Come on. I'm your buddy. I'm your pal.
I'm going to buddy and pal you in about 2 seconds.
I really want to fucking play Arkham Knight so bad. And like, I guarantee you in about a year, it's going to come out for PlayStation 3. They just got to give it, you got to do that like PlayStation 4 exclusive bullshit. Like, a lot of games do that, where they come up for like a system exclusively. But like after a while, it comes out for the other systems. Like I think GTA 4 was like that, where it came out for like PlayStation first, and actually I don't think it was supposed to be like an exclusive on purpose. But then I think it went over to the GT, then it went over to like the Xbox One. But right. Like, and it's one of those games. Every time a new system comes out, I mean, unless you're like an early adopter, which I never am. Like when a new iPhone comes out or the like the Apple Watch. No way in hell am I going to get an Apple Watch now, which I don't think I'll ever get an Apple Watch. But I'm just saying is like once you give it a generation or two, you'll get a piece of technology like that. But like with the PlayStation 4, I mean, I know I'm going to want it. I've liked PlayStation since the PlayStation 1. When I have time, I actually still play my PlayStation 3. I just don't have the time, but I really want to. My cat's hungry. He wants to eat my pepperoni.
Giggity.
But I really want a PlayStation 4. But it's like, I just wanted to play Batman Arkham Knight, and it's not like it's I have to sell my clean asshole on the street or something. I really I just because the game looks so good, and they have have you watched Better Call Saul or Breaking Bad?
Not really. No.
Okay. No, because there's a guy named Mike on the show. He's sort of like a Mr. Fix-It cleaner guy. He works for the mafia. He's like the guy you call when you need to make a body disappear and shit. So the guy who plays Mike, he's doing the voice of Commissioner Gordon. They've got Kevin Conroy, from the animated series to play Batman. Tara Strong comes back to play Harley Quinn. And I'm just like, I want to play it so bad. But,
I like your suffering.
But it looks so good, and then plus it's on the PlayStation 4, so it's going to be bigger, longer, and deeper.
That's what she said. That's what she...
And so, just the other day, tickets for New York Comic Con went on sale, and it feels weird because it's I'm still coming down from last year's New York Comic Con because it was in October. So now it's become a year-round thing. And last year, and I want to thank you because you had actually set it up for me to get the press pass. But now that they have my email address and everything like that, I think that'll expedite things this year. But Matt from the Tsunami Faithful podcast, he doesn't really come on that often, but he contributes to the website, right? Or
yeah.
So Matt had sent me the link and everything like that. So
apparently your cat wants to be in on this.
Yeah, what the hell, dude? You know what it is now that I work nights, he's used to eating when I wake up. And usually, he'll eat when I wake up in the morning. So since I've been sleeping all afternoon, I'm up and he just automatically assumes that means I'm going to feed him. And I go, no, kitty, no! And there are people I could feed him, but you ever see someone that has a ridiculously fat cat, like a 400-pound cat, and it's dude, you're not supposed to fucking, cats aren't supposed to be that big. You're not supposed to, you're abusing your animal by feeding him that much. And so now he's just going to be, get off me, get your claws out of me.
That's what she said.
And he's, you see people with these 400-pound cats, and it's not the cat's fault. The cat's going to eat what the fuck you put in front of it. It's your fault. But I guess some people, they just want to shut their animal up, so they just shove food in their face. I guess if you do that, you're probably not going to be a good parent. Shut up, here, eat something and shut up. Leave me alone. So I think he's just used to me. Once I wake up, he thinks it's time for him to eat, even though he knows that he doesn't. We're recording this in the late evening, not in the morning. You eat in the morning. Go away, damn it! It's bad enough I got to scoop up your shit.
Oh Lord!
As I take a drink. So Matt sent me the link to New York Comic Con, and like I said, when I got the press pass last year, automatically that puts you on a mailing list. So, you get the updates and you get, and it feels weird because they're still thanking us because it was October. It's literally 6 months ago that last Comic-Con was. Mm-hmm. And now, and they're they're literally still thanking people for last year's Comic-Con, which at least I can say, of one of the things I could actually take off my bucket list is that I went to New York Comic-Con the year it was bigger than San Diego Comic-Con. So, I just wanted to go to a Comic-Con. I wanted to go to a major one. And I always kind of wanted to go to the San Diego Comic-Con. But seeing that I went to the New York Comic-Con the year it actually beat San Diego, I'm actually super hyped about that. Now, have you heard that? Right now, there's no official word. But, they're talking about Marvel. Marvel may not participate in either the San Diego Comic-Con or the or New York Comic-Con.
Why is that?
Because they say that they feel, or this is the rumor or the way things are going, is that they're instead of and now mind you, at New York Comic-Con they had the biggest booth in the entire New York Comic-Con, but what people are speculating is that they're going to have their own con, like a Marvel con almost. But now, once again, this is totally speculative and not in no way confirmed. But that instead of spending money to have people, instead of sending money to San Diego or spending money in New York, they would have like their own thing. And think about it, since Marvel's now owned by Disney, you would have it, down in Florida. You would have like a Marvel, or either that, or in California, relatively close to Disneyland. I always forget which one is Disneyland and Disney World. Whichever Disney amusement park is in California. They would, what they would do is they would have the Comic-Con there, and so people would come to the Comic-Con for the Marvel stuff, and they would, it would be like exclusive movie stuff and all this other bullshit. But of course, while people are in town, hey, why not go visit our beautiful Disney parks? So that's I don't know. We sort of slipped into nerdy news. But that's what I heard. But I mean, I guess, and this once again, this is not really nerdy news, but it just feels so weird that we're 6 months away to the new con. We're 6 months past the old con. They put the announcement out there. Once again, I've re-signed up for my press pass, so I'm excited about that. Like we said, like you think Matt already got his answer back, but then again, I waited like I don't want to say a full 24 hours, but I didn't get it when he sent me the email. I was kind of. I don't know if I was sleeping or if I was at work, but I filled it out. But like last year, I got my press pass relatively later. It definitely wasn't in May of last year. I tell you that shit. And right. So I have a feeling. And plus, like one of the questions is have you got a press pass before? And using your email address, they can double check that. So I think that's going to expedite my situation. And I shared it a lot on Twitter, and I actually got a couple of reposts from New York Comic Con. So, I think the press pass will be coming shortly, or at least, I'll get the confirmation email, and then, as we get closer to the con, I'll actually get my pass. I'm so excited.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell him not to give you a pass.
I want a fucking pass. So, as anyone who listens to the show, now let me just tell you, let me just put this out there, and I just want to put this for the record. And trust me, I don't plan on dying anytime soon. But like, if I die, could someone like download these episodes and like just give them to my daughter, but like after she turns 18. I don't want her to hear me talking about like dirty assholes before she's 18. But whatchamacallit? I've documented it on the show my genuine dislike for Boston and all things Boston in general. It's like, and it's weird because I have no other beef with the rest of New England, but I guess in the news, we Tom Brady, king of the massholes. They finally, they did a report. They did an investigation. Now, of course, there's a lot of speculation because there are people who are accusing the investigator, where they're basically saying, this investigator will, if you're the person that hires him, he will magically seem to find just the facts that you're trying to pursue. So I'm just throwing that out there. I'm just playing devil's advocate because anything that's against the New England Patriots, I'm all for. And this is not a sports podcast. I could give two shits, but just being a New Yorker who has a general dislike and hate for Boston, I'm glad to see, they find him like $1 million and he's not playing, he's not playing like 4 games.
Yep.
And what is it like? What NFL you play? Is it 16 games a season or 8 games a season? Is it 16?
No, it's not 16.
It's 8, right?
No, I think. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Let's see. They started September, so 4, November.
And of course, our fans that are our sports fans are like,
yeah, about 16 or 17. Yeah,
I think it's like 16 games a season. So he has a 4-game suspension, which is like, that's a quarter of the season. And one, I think they should go back into the fucking Super Bowl records and fucking put a big giant asterisk over the of all the years where Tom Brady was in the quarterback for the Patriots, like they did like with what the hell's his name? Not when Sammy Sosa and what's his face were going through the home run battle. What was the other guy? Mark McGuire. Mark McGuire. Like Mark McGuire he still has the record, right? But they have like a big giant asterisk next to it when he beat like 42 or whatever. So my point is that they should, for all future records of the Super Bowl, they should have a big giant asterisk by the years that the Patriots won. But then again, I mean, it's a $1 jillion business. I mean, I forgot, there was some famous coach that said, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. So, but it's just, I mean, I take special pleasure in them getting punished because just being from New York and disliking Boston people, and it's funny. It's just Boston in general. I don't know if we have any downloads in Boston, but So I'm glad that they had said that he was being very he didn't want to cooperate with the investigation, and understandably now that you see the results you can see why. But for the fucking money that they're paying him, if they want to take a look at your cell phone, because apparently they have cell phone records of him communicating with somebody. Because I think they cleared the coach. They cleared Belichick, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes,
and, of course, and it's weird. It's like this is like sports news from a person who doesn't fucking follow sports. But I mean, I listen to the news and I listen to like other podcasts that kind of talk about the shit. So they cleared the coach, but they found out that they discovered that somebody was communicating with him about getting the balls deflated. So fuck him. He is married to Giselle Bundchen, so that's another reason to fucking hate him. And he's a good-looking, rich, athletic guy that's married to a supermodel. Fuck him. So, and my favorite neighbor moved away. I happened to step outside and I really wasn't paying attention. You ever, like when you see an apartment that's empty, like the windows are open, there's no curtains in the window.
Right.
Not that I'm like peeking into fucking neighbors' apartments, but
yes, you are. You fucking
pervert.
stalker.
As I fap. Oh my God! I wanted to bring that up. There's a musician out there or a band or whatever called Fetty Wap. That's like a thing. There's like a band called Fetty Wap, and of course, when I hear that, I could just think of Wetty Fap. Nothing.
No.
But man, like I wasn't the last of the Mohicans, but now that my neighbor moved out, I'm the fucking last of the Mohicans. I have like new neighbors that I really haven't interacted with, but I don't care to. But the one guy that I like to move away, so I'm like, now I'm really all alone. I really am. I'm really a stranger in a strange land. So is there anything you want to get into before we get into the nerdy news?
No, I think that we got everything covered there. I got some nerdy news we need to talk about.
All right, so we'll be back with more dick and fart jokes.
This episode of Two Strangers, One Podcast is brought to you by Comics Etc. 1115 East Main and North Goodman at the Hungerford Building, door number 8. Find out more information at comicsetc.biz or like them on Facebook at facebook.com/comicsetc1.
Click and Hit, enhancing the experience for all recreational smokers. Click and Hit is a one-handed portable vaporizer. This smoking pipe has a compact 4-stage design, complete with a built-in, windproof, butane refillable torch lighter. The large burn chamber holds your stash of legal herb or pipe tobacco. Click the button to ignite and inhale as usual. When you are done, put it back in your pocket for later. Smoke anytime with the touch of a button. No more carrying around grinders and tins. You can leave the pipe, rolling papers, and even your lighter at home. The Click and Hit cordless vaporizer is no bigger than a normal cigar, making it the world's smallest and most discreet vaporizer. It's perfect for use in small places or shared rooms. It's efficient, getting 5 to 8 draws from your packed chamber. It's affordable at just $19.95 each. Buy 3 and the shipping is free. Buy 4 and you get the 5th one free. Visit www.click-hit.com. That's clickandhit.com. And now for listeners of Two Strangers, One Podcast, you can use promo code STRANGERS and receive 10% off your purchase at clickandhit.com. That's promo code STRANGERS for 10% off your purchase.
And we're back. Okay, Paul, as we recording this breaking news, or at least they started talking about it this morning, but it's still relatively breaking news. Harry Shearer, mostly known as the voice of Mr. Burns, Skinner, Ned Flanders, is leaving The Simpsons. A $14 million deal.
Yeah.
That's because I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I believe it goes because it's $1 million an episode, 14 episodes, $14 million. I mean, it's not like, he's been getting this money in general. He doesn't need the money. But really, dude, what the fuck? Why would he step away now as we hit season 27 and 28?
I don't know, to be honest with you.
Because they haven't explained, to the best of what I've seen online, they haven't explained why he's leaving. And according to, they're talking to, was it Mr. Burns? Let me see. They said, who's Jean? Oh, Al Jean. Okay. The showrunner, Al Jean. And this is according to CNNmoney.com. Al Jean, the showrunner, has said, we do not plan to kill off his characters, but replace them with the most talented members of the voiceover community. So I can only imagine voice actors stabbing each other in the back. I mean, I don't think they're going to get a $14 million contract the way Harry Shearer did, but I think they should just kill off the characters. I mean, we're already in season 27 and 28. Just kill them off. Just have, like, ISIS attack fucking Springfield.
You just want them to kill them off.
Yeah, kill them off. Just, I mean, it's like I mean, if you're gonna walk away from that kind of fucking money, just kill off the characters, and I mean, and then do like ISIS, you know, if you want to be topical.
Well,
like just those three. Like there's a terrorist attack in Springfield, and just those three characters die. Like a bomb goes off, and where like it's supposed to kill like a couple hundred more, and it just kills those three, or just the characters that were voiced by him.
Yeah, it was just those three.
Well, I mean, those are the three main ones, but I'm pretty sure he does like a bunch of other.
Probably.
Because I think he does Otto, the bus driver, also, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know. So, what makes a person walk away from $14 million? Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know.
So, also, as of recording this episode, relatively breaking news, they've announced the new Spider-Man, Asa Butterfield, which I think he was he was the star of the movie Hugo, but it's not. Well, Hugo was CGI, but they kind of they used his likeness in that movie. And like a couple episodes back, I spoke about Ender's Game. He was a star of the movie Ender's Game, and he's like a kid. He's really, really young. We were talking about
very young, and I don't understand why they have him as Spider-Man.
Yeah, because they want to have a young. Okay, according to this, he was born in 1997, so he's 18 years old right now. So like, but I mean, I like the fact that they're doing a young Spider-Man only for the reasons that now that Marvel has a hand in it, you know they're probably going to hit us over the head with a million fucking Spider-Man movies. If fucking Thor is getting 3 movies, I'm pretty sure Spider-Man's going to get at least 3 on top of being in, Civil War, and probably they'll find a way to wedge him into the Avengers, Avengers Infinity War. So let's have a young guy, because before the episode we were, I just did a quick little, and I could have sworn, I thought I was older than Tobey Maguire. I was wrong. Tobey Maguire's older than me. He's 2 years older than me. Tobey Maguire's 39. So think about it. If by the time they start filming, let's just say we went down what your preference, and we got a Tobey Maguire Spider-Man back. He would be like 40. Spider-Man's not supposed to be old. Spider-Man is
doesn't matter. It is what it is.
I mean, I guess he's still younger than Robert Downey Jr. and what's his Chris Hemsworth and whatever. But I don't know. I kind of like the fact that they have a young Spider-Man only because they could do a billion fucking movies with him. And of course, I understand your prejudice or whatever. I understand. But maybe he might be good. In like 2-3 years, you may be saying Toby who? Toby, fuck you, Toby. So
I'm not going to be saying that.
You don't know.
I'm probably going to be saying I was right.
They might. Who knows? I mean, he's a good actor. I mean, he was good in Ender's Game. I mean, he's a kid, but I'm all for it. I think and it has nothing to do against Tobey Maguire, except that he's an old fuck. I'm an age racist.
You're so mean.
So I'm excited. I'm actually like really I'm pleased with the decision. Okay, so basically they've announced pretty much every fucking Avenger is going to be in Captain America: Civil War. Captain America 3. I love how they don't use numbers anymore. It's good, but it's Captain America 3: Civil War. Mm-hmm. Well, except for Thor and the Hulk. And those aren't really spoilers, but I mean, it's been all over the internet, so it's not. I'm not really. If you haven't seen Avengers 2 by now, I mean, go fuck yourself. But actually, speaking of, have you seen it yet? Have you officially seen it?
I have not seen it. No,
okay.
I'm too busy.
But for those who care, they already know that neither Hulk nor Thor are going to be in Captain America: Civil War. Now take that and put that aside. Every other fucking person, every other person who's been an Avenger is going to be in this movie. It's going to have Falcon. It's going to have War Machine. It's going to have Vision and Scarlet Witch and of course Captain America and of course Iron Man. I'm trying to remember who else. I mean, every Avenger is going to be in this movie. So, and it's weird because the way Civil War is turning out, I think Civil War is what Avengers 2 should have been. Because like people are so quick to talk about Civil War now that Avengers 2 is over. And it's just like, dude, you know, can Avengers 2 get its time in the spotlight? And and I forgot, and Ant-Man. Ant-Man's going to be in Civil War also. So I mean, we still have Ant-Man coming out in about 2 months, and so you know, it's shaping up to be like a fucking, you know, Civil War is going to be what the Avengers 2 should have been. You know, like I said, Avengers 2 felt like a placeholder. It felt like, okay, we just need a bad guy. Get him in, get him out, you know, and they're talking about having, I want to say, Baron Zemo, which is one of the, you know, one of the main bad guys that always seemed to fight the Avengers in the fucking 60s or whatever. Was this character Baron Zemo, and he's going to be in Civil War. So once again, they're even bringing like, where Ultron, yes, Ultron was one of the major villains. Kang the Conqueror was one of the major villains. But it's, you know, it would be hard to fucking bring in a character like Kang the Conqueror. You know, like Ultron, they kind of like just shoved in there. You know, okay, let's make a movie Ultron. You know, but I'm saying Baron Zemo, once again, it was, you know, one of the major bad guys against the Avengers. They're having him in a fucking Captain America movie. Like, I don't know, it's the movie Avengers 2 should have been. Let's see. I haven't seen the trailer yet, but DC has put out a trailer for Legends of Tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken. Someone shared it on my Facebook page. And
it is. I did see that today. It's
the Adam.
It's going to be on the CW.
It's going to CW, which is giving us, you know, Arrow and Flash. And it's giving us Adam, which is played by what's his face he played Superman in Superman Returns. The two guys from Prison Break who play, you know, Captain Cold and his brother. Oh my God, how come I? Not Firestorm. Firestorm was a good. I think Firestorm's going to be in the show also.
Yes.
So I mean, DC's just knocking it out the park. I mean, the Flash has been really good. I haven't seen.
They're playing catch up basically.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen I know I haven't seen the Flash in the past 2 weeks or so because my job. But from what I understand, they brought Gorilla Grodd in. You know, from what I hear, it looks good or it sounds good. You know, they're not. It's kind of hard to have a mind controlling ape, mind controlling gorilla. But from what I understand, they did it well. I just haven't watched it yet. I've just been so fucking busy. But, you know, they've announced Legends of Tomorrow. They've announced they've had the Supergirl trailer. Once again, I haven't seen it, but it's out there. Supergirl, which I believe is coming to CBS. So DC's just clobbering us over the head. They canceled Constantine, which, you know, unfortunately, I mean, I
don't think that's going to be long lived. It's probably going to come back.
Well, yeah, I mean, the one of the rumors, and once again, totally just rumor speculation, is that Netflix might pick it up, which is weird because I don't think Netflix would do it, but only because Netflix seems to have a nice solid deal with Marvel. I mean, you know, why not? But I wouldn't be surprised if it's something like a Amazon Prime or you know, one of those other companies that are trying to like Yahoo has now is called Yahoo Screen. Because I've been watching. I mentioned that the other episode. They had a show called Other Space, which was made exclusively for Yahoo Screen, and they've been doing season 6 of Community, and I've been watching the Community episodes, and the Community episodes are really funny. Like, I honestly think the episodes now are funnier than anything they've ever had on TV. Because I don't like Community at first, and I still kind of don't like the episodes that were on TV, on network TV. But season 6 is really, like, I guess since you give them freedom, whatever, it's pretty fucking funny.
Well, there's some other news actually too. Speaking of The Simpsons, it was announced that, and I believe this was at the Turner Upfront that's going on this week. Upfront being they showcase their shows at like this big kind of party situation, kind of. It's Rick and Morty
doing a couch gag. Yeah. Oh no. I mean, unfortunately, it's already out there. I've already seen it. It's Rick and Morty are part of the couch gag.
Oh, that's it
for The Simpsons. Yeah. I mean, it's good. It's fucking funny, and it's definitely it's in the style of Rick and Morty. I mean, of course. I mean, actually, no. What am I saying? I mean, it's in the style as in like in the humor style the animation is The Simpsons, but it's a couch gag, and I really don't want to spoil it because whatever. But long story short, if you want to find it on the internet, it's out there because once again somebody shared it on my page already. I want to say it's John J. Galvo shared it. I'm pretty sure it was him because I know he's like the big Rick and Morty guy on my feed. But it's funny,
right?
And so and once again, it's very, very meta. Like even at the end, like Bart Simpson says something that's very Rick and Morty is meta. It's one of those shows that acknowledges the fact that it's a cartoon and stuff like that. So they bring it to this. I mean, of course, The Simpsons.
Well, the thing is they say that Rick and Morty is going to be the next Simpsons. So it's kind of ironic that it's part of The Simpsons in a way. So.
And it's pretty ballsy. It's pretty ballsy on the Simpsons. On the Simpsons side, because even like there's a part where like Rick even says like, "Oh Jesus," which I mean, it's obviously on Rick and Morty is nothing. But for The Simpsons, for prime time, 8:00 on fucking Fox, which is, I always love the fact that Fox was like, when you go to Fox News, they're like super ultra conservative. But when you go to Fox News, they're ultra conservative. But when you go to like their channel, like and even like FX and FXX, they get their money back by being like, super relaxed and, because, shows like that, artists and Hollywood types are very left wing. And then yet they have Fox News is very right wing. They're making their money on both ends, basically.
Right.
But but I'm saying the humor style is very much Rick and Morty. And The Simpsons, they've been getting a little raunchy. I mean, they had the Family Guy episode where fucking like Stewie talks about, raping the sister of Moe and shit like that. I'm gonna rape your sister or something, So I guess if you're gonna be horrible like that, I guess I think the Family Guy really pushed their barriers back so they can have a Rick and Morty. But it's funny, it really is. What else? Let's see. Have you seen the trailer for the Gem movie? As in Gem and the Holograms, 80s cartoon?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
I mean, look, I liked Gem. I watched the cartoon as a kid. I mean, I'm secure enough in my manhood to say that.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm secure. But the movie looks like absolute shit. It looks horrible. They're turning it into a fucking teen drama. And of course, I mean, look, I like sci-fi elements. Part of the whole cartoon was that, she had these earrings that kind of made them look like, they like, and of course that's, logistically it's retarded to think that, okay, a pair of earrings is going to project holograms on three girls and change the way they look and their costumes and stuff like that. But like, there's not even a mention of the earrings. There's not even. I mean, of course, it's a weird thing to bring up, but I mean that was such a major factor of the cartoon. And it's like, oh, it's very angsty teen WB shit. And I mean without being WB. I mean at least I'm using WB as a way to put it down, but then again the WB gives us the Flash and Arrow. But, it seems very teen angsty. It seems very fucking Dawson's Creek or whatever. And it's like, I mean, of course, I guess I'm not the demographic, but, okay, when the girls dress up, they paint their faces like Gem and the Holograms did in the cartoon. That's the only fucking link that it even has to, I don't know. It doesn't feel right.
Right. And
it's the same guy who did like G.I. Joe Part 2 and he did one other property that he butchered. I forgot. But, so it's not coming from good stock, and I'm not happy about it. They had announced that Nintendo and Universal have sort of like, they're in meetings and they're in talks, and the rumor is that at the Universal theme parks, the rumor is that they're going to have Nintendo-based rides and stuff like that. Which, if that's what's going to happen, one, I think it's going to be fucking awesome. I mean, it makes sense. I mean, if Disney has Marvel, because that means that basically, I mean, because Disney has Star Wars, they have Marvel. You see people, people who come back from like Disney World and stuff like that. They have Star Wars merchandise, they have Marvel merchandise. So it's very smart for Nintendo and Universal to kind of like come together to some sort of agreement. So, how awesome would it be to go on a fucking Super Mario roller coaster? Or, and I mean, they don't really have too many properties when you really, really, really think about it. I mean, what do you got? You got Mario, you got Duck Hunt, Smash Brothers, Kirby, Star Fox. Star Fox.
Well, probably Mario. They'll probably want to play that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but I'm just saying, it's not like you're going to have like 8 Mario fucking roller coasters, but, Like a Star Fox roller coaster would be pretty cool. But I mean, I think it's cool. I'm all for it. And so somewhere down the line, when my daughter gets a little older, hopefully I could take her to a Universal theme park and take her to Mario the ride.
Could be interesting.
So Netflix on the well, they had the contract for the Marvel TV shows, and of course, Daredevil has kicked so much fucking ass. They're getting it. They're gearing up production to record the Jessica Jones series, and then soon after that, they're gonna have Power Man, which is Luke Cage. I still call him Luke Cage. I know now they're calling him Power Man, but to me, I grew up with him. It was Luke Cage. And Iron Fist. So, we still have 4 more series to get through. The rumors being that, they'll all eventually come together. There'll be Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Iron Fist, and Power Man as a Defenders TV show,
right?
As a team. It's been teased that things may cross over. You may have Daredevil show up, which would be smart. They don't have to do it, but it'd be smart as they gear up for a Defender. So that once again, kind of like borrowing from the Marvel world, where you establish the heroes first, and then you have like a team up, which is is a smart thing. It worked before, so why not again? And then seeing the love that's gone into. These are Marvel, excuse me. But I mean, going through the Avengers style, where you introduce the heroes first,
right?
Give us their world, and then let them meet up. So I'm like super psyched if Jessica Jones, if any of these shows are in the same vein as fucking Daredevil. And I still haven't seen every episode. I've only seen 5 or 6 episodes, but every episode I've seen is so good. It's just like, but after a while, it feels like you've been through a boxing match. Like I can only watch like 2 episodes in a row. Then I need to take a break. I need to watch something funny. And I just wanted to throw this out there. Batman 66. For people, long-term listeners of the show, Batman 66, I interviewed artist John Bogdanov, who was one of the main artists back in the early 90s for the Superman comics, who was a big part of the Superman, when Superman finally dies, the death of Superman. He's, Batman 66 is, it's a comic book based on the old Adam West TV show. It's in that style, where it looks like Adam West, the Joker looks like Cesar Romero. I believe even recently they've introduced their version of a Harley Quinn in that universe. Well, I believe issue number 60 has just hit the market. But if according to John Bogdanov, the artist for the comic, he had said it's better off you get the digital download, because he's done a lot more artwork, and unfortunately, the artwork that he's done shows up in the digital version, but they kind of had to crop it for the pages of the print version.
Right.
So if you have a chance, and plus, it supports someone that was once part of the who came on. It was cool enough to come on the show. Download issue 60 of Batman 66. I know just the other day I had picked up it was Batman, it was Green Hornet meets Batman 66. I picked those up, one because they were written by Kevin Smith and Ralph Garman, but I also John Bogdanov contributed some pages to those issues, so I'm trying to see if I can get him to autograph them. And let me see. And the National Lampoon's Vacation trailer, I had that in my notes. Looks funny. I don't think I'm going to go to the movie theater to see it, but have you seen the trailer?
No, I haven't seen the new one. No.
Well, it's Ed Helms who plays Rusty, from the original National Lampoons, and then it's basically him growing up. And they have Chevy Chase and the mother, I forgot her name, but they actually Chevy Chase is part of the movie, but it's sort of, and he's like, oh, I want to redo the trip that I did as a kid or whatever, going out to Wally World. So it looks funny. There's a scene where Chris Hemsworth, the guy who plays Thor, he comes into their bedroom, and they just have you see this just ridiculously fucking dick-shaped bulge in his he's wearing like boxer briefs, and you just see like this ridiculous bulge of his cock in his underwear. So and he's pretending like it's normal or whatever. There's just this fucking huge bulge in his face, in Ed Helms' face or whatever. So we'd like you to visit twostrangersonepodcast.net. You can find all things show related. You can find links to our iTunes page. You can go back and listen to 3 whole years worth of Two Strangers One Podcast before I was a Comic-Con sensation, before I became a TV personality. before I became emperor of the planet Earth. You can go back and listen to the humble beginnings of Two Strangers One Podcast on iTunes. You can download every single episode. If you don't have an iPhone, iPad, or iPod, you can download us on the Stitcher app. And like I've mentioned in the past couple episodes, I've been working overnights. I have my phone in my pocket. I've been listening to tons and tons of podcasts. The most awesome thing is right now on Stitcher, while you're in a Wi-Fi spot, while you're at home, you don't have to use the data on your phone. You use the Listen Later option. You search for the podcast that you like. You click the Listen Later option. It will download the episodes to your phone. And what's cool about Stitcher is like it kind of keeps you up to date, like the 10 most recent episodes. Because obviously, if you like the show, you're gonna listen to the most current episodes. Only like a super duper fan will go back to fucking 3 years. But you can, but if you want to hear like the 10 most current episodes, Stitcher will bring them to you. You put them on Listen Later, or you're out and about doing what you got to do. If you're out exercising, or if you're out, driving to work, if you're stuck in traffic, you can listen to the podcast there on the Listen Later part. It's so fucking awesome. And of course, every podcast worth listening to: Mark Maron, Adam Carolla, Chris Hardwick's Nerdist, Kevin Smith's Smodcast, and of course, the Toonami Faithful podcast, our brother podcast, Paul's Other Baby. You can download all those episodes. And I definitely recommend, I forgot the guy's name, the guy from The Voice from the Kids Next Door, Death Gun. I forgot his
Ben Diskin is, he's on Sword Art Online too. He's Death Gun, but more notably, he's the voice.
For those of us not into anime.
He's not. He's if you guys have, which a lot of people should have seen this show, Kid Next Door. He's number one.
Number one for Kids Next Door, which is is pretty funny. The guy's a fucking psychopath. I mean, it's a pretty funny episode listening to him. I mean, the guy seems like an irritating asshole, but fun at the same time. So check that out. And if you want to. Of course, we want your money, but if you can't contribute anything to the show, it takes 2 seconds to share us on Facebook. Just go to facebook.com/2strangers1podcast. That's all spelled out. And just share this episode or share the page. Like the page. We're so close to 500 likes, and I want to get genuine likes. I don't want to do that bullshit Facebook advertising, whatever. Just check it out. If you, what am I saying? You can follow us on Twitter at Stranger Podcast, at Stranger Podcast, which I'm actually starting to get a little bit more interactive with. I promise you. You can write us at twostrangersonepodcast@gmail.com. That's all spelled out. twostrangersonepodcast@gmail.com. And that's all I can think about. I echo the floor to you, sir.
All right, so you can find me on Twitter at Paul Pascrillo. You can also find me on Instagram, instagram.com/Paul Pascrillo. And of course, you can, as I've always said, you can ask me questions, ask.fm/Paul Pascrillo. Please ask me questions there. Yes, and also listen to the Toonami Faithful podcast because we're awesome. So.
I mean, and you guys are kind of like really fucking halfway decent interviews. It's like, as the creature gets larger, you can say you were there at the beginning. Anything?
I think we're kind of like we're getting hit with people watching pre-flight more than listening to our podcast, which is kind of weird because like our podcast is awesome. And I hear people complain about pre-flight, so it's kind of like I don't understand what's going on, but hey, listen to our podcast. That's all I can say.
And we certainly hope you guys enjoyed listening and had as much fun as we did recording. Thank you for listening to Strangers One Podcast. I'm Chris.
I'm Paul.
You should be fapping.
Peace.
Oh, wait, no. I should have said no. How did I fuck that up? I fucked that all up. Don't be a stranger.
Peace. We're out.
Bye.
Chris needs some sleep.
You should be fapping.
You said you need some sleep.
Wetty fapping.
Oh, God.
All right, here we go, man. Go ahead. You want to read
Double Jackpot.
What is it?
It is a self-published book by Christopher Cologne.
Chris Cologne? Smells good to me.
But
Look at her. That broke that fucking cold little exterior. He's like, hee.
But it is spelled Colon.
Him punny.
But Double Jackpot is a book about a comic book artist, Eric, who is in a loveless relationship with a materialistic
I feel you, Eric.
Lynette.
Oh, fucking. Are you sure I didn't write this? Sounds hauntingly familiar.
He starts cheating on his girlfriend with a more creatively creatively supportive woman, Nadia.
Well, I got to meet her. Where's the Nadia?
There's your summer girlfriend.
Summer Nadia. It's Nadia.
Nadia?
Yeah, I think Nadia's spelled with an A.
All right.
Both Lynette and Nadia play the double jackpot, the largest payout in lotto history, much like the recent Powerball. Both girls play his birth date as the winning numbers. Eric is now stuck between two of the country's richest women. Who will he choose? It's not that simple. This is a clever fucking idea, man.
It is.
Look at her, fucking. She's impressed.
I am.
She got some summer reading. Christopher Cologne smells real lovely with an original idea. This is. I've never heard this before.
I haven't either. This is a self-published book, much in the indie spirit as Kev's Clerks.
Oh, you don't even need to name check me. This is just a good idea. You could stand on your own, man. You don't even have to be like, hey, remember Clerks? This is nothing like that. This is way more original than Clerks. This is a good idea, man. Why didn't I think of this?
I need something to read. This book is part of the Comic Books, Heavy Metal, Video Games Trilogy Book 2. Odd I See, A Tale from the Road, coming soon.
Right on, man. It's part of a trilogy. This is the first part.
Way to write, man.
He's seeking a literary agent. Motherfuckers, anybody out there? There ain't no literary agents listening to this show, I assure you, sure. Sure. I assure you, sure. But somebody know a literary agent? Hook a motherfucker up! Chris Cologne come up with an original idea. I should tell Raskin. That's a good fucking idea, to be honest with you. That's a fucking rom-com right there. Megan, get Raskin on the phone. Isn't it possible to get Raskin on the phone? No?
Yeah.
I want to run it past him, man. I want to, and if it happens, I get a taste, Chris Cologne. I get a whiff, if you will.
The book could also be ordered on www.lulu.com.
That's lulu.com.
I understand that. I just want to spell it out.
Normally one says it, that spells it. Still, lulu.com. What is that? Do you know what it is?
I don't know. All right. The book could also be ordered on www.lulu.com. Search for Double Jackpot Christopher Cologne. A paperback version of the book is $15 and a PDF file is only $5.
$5 is
Yeah.
insanely inexpensive. 15's not even that bad for a paperback version.
No.
This is $1 million idea right here. Like a movie about a dude who fucking is stuck between two chicks, both of who play his birthday and win the lottery. Come on! I can see that trailer. Chris Cologne is on to something. Nobody else can smell it but me.
I'll read it.
Thank you. I'm going to make that smelly joke.
I know. You're trying to get me to laugh again.
It worked once. Double Jackpot is a self-published book by Chris Cologne, man. It's the first book in his Comic Books, Heavy Metal, Video Games trilogy. Book 2, Odd I See, A Tale from the Road, should be coming out soon. Get all the information at Chris Cologne, like a motherfucker.
I will
his
totally
book,
read this.
Double Jackpot. I'm serious. I'm going to recommend that to fucking Raskin. How is that not a movie? You know what I'm saying? This could be a sexy movie. You could do an R-rated version. There could be nudie in it, and you could saw them fucking both chicks. Maybe a little penetration. Maybe a butthole shot. No butthole, no care.
I would like to formally apologize to Christopher Cologne right now.
No, sex sells. Chris Cologne will appreciate that. He's like, thanks for throwing a few buttholes in there, man.
Don't forget to check out twostrangersonepodcast.net, your one-stop resource for everything show-related. You can find links to subscribe to us on iTunes or on Stitcher. You could also find links to buy my book, Double Jackpot, on twostrangersonepodcast.net.
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. You're cool. And fuck you, I'm out.